Okay, they know. We're downtown. Now he ain't even taking me back. He say he's full. I'm getting full today. Yeah. So I said to him, "Oh, thank God, work is picking up." So I thought I'm gonna keep with him. Because
I hope it comes out okay. I don't know why I'm freaking out. My hair feels like crispy and crunchy. It is what it is. Starting to wonder if I made a mistake, because my starting point was already like the condition of my hair was so dry and like heat damaged, and I don't know if my hair can actually take the lightening process. So I'll be interested to see how this comes out, but I'm starting to sweat because I'm like, I just have like body dysmorphia, and I just feel like insecure in my body right now because I put on a little weight and I'm aging, and you know how your body is changing, and also just going through life changes. So I'm just like, I don't know what the look is that I'm going for, but at this point I will be happy however it comes out, to be honest, as long as there's not extreme damage, because I was so over like having all one hair color because there's no levels to it. Like the curls don't pop. It just kind of looks like a blob. So I was hoping that it would kind of enhance my curl definition and make the curls come out and make the curls pop. But now I'm starting to question my life choices. Is this a bad idea today? But I just could not take... Trust me, it looks a lot better in person. Now, some people wouldn't be happy with this final result. Some people would say, oh, that looks like the blonde turned brassy. Okay, why does it look more like brass or gold and not really a true blonde or whatever? I'm not a hair expert or a colorist. All I can say is I'm pleased with the results because I was realistic going into it, knowing that when you're starting from such a dark starting point, and to go so many shades lighter without any hair falling out or frying or excessive bleach damage to the hair from the bleach, I was actually shocked that we were able to get it this light, considering where I was starting at, right? I do have African American hair. It doesn't really show the color that good because we were losing light because the sun was going down, because I've been in the hair salon all morning and all day long and practically all day. Not complaining, I'm just saying by the time I got out of there and I was actually finally on my way to drive home, it was probably around 6 p.m. I don't know, but it was, by the time I stopped at the gas station and did all my errands and stuff, it, excuse me, it was probably closer to the evening time. So that's why we're losing daylight. You can't really see the color that good, and it definitely looks better in person or in direct sunlight. It's so weird seeing myself like this. Hopefully my makeover was a good one and not a bad one. I don't know. I really only have this hat as a disguise to like walk in the house or for pumping gas or something. I don't really like wearing it inside the car though. Not necessary. I'm on my period. I didn't need to share that, but it's so annoying because it's hot out here and I have a freaking pad and it feels like a freaking diaper, which is not flattering and it's not attractive and it's not comfortable. I'm not being vain, I'm just really into aesthetics. Aesthetics. Am I saying that word right? Aesthetics. She did trim a lot of my hair off. I'm glad she didn't go any further. Like, I'm comfortable at this length. I wouldn't be comfortable losing any more length at this point. Like, this is as short as I'm willing to go at this current time. I still don't know how I feel about this. Like, I have to wait and see till I get home, till I can wash it and comb it, detangle it myself. Figured out what it is. You know what it is? You know what it needs? It kind of needs like an afro pick. Because I don't like it when it's too flat at the root. It needs more volume up top. I don't like it when it's kind of I like to fluff it because I like for it to be really, really thick. What is going on in here? Guy was really hot. I should have asked him for his number. But I'm like respectful of people. I don't, first of all, females don't really approach males like that. Okay, first of all, females don't really approach males like that. It's kind of, second of all, I don't like to bother people. I don't like to harass people. Number 3, I don't like to like objectify people and like I don't view people that way. Like I see people as human beings. And also I don't want to interrupt what they're doing, even though he was just sitting on the curb with his little motorcycle or whatever. Biker guys are so hot to me, right? I mean, I genuinely was so attracted to him and I wanted to go over and like say something, like say, hey, what, or say hi or something, start a conversation, but I didn't want to be weird and I didn't want to be that awkward weird girl by herself. Like, okay, and there's this thing that I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like there's that single girl alone who's hot, and then you have like me, which is that single girl who's alone, but they're like weird and awkward. There's 2 different types of females. Does that make sense? So if you're that female alone by yourself, you're out by yourself and you're hot, you can get away with that type of behavior. But I feel like when I try to approach people, it doesn't come across as hot. It's more like you're the awkward, weird girl. Like, who is this? I don't want to say those words. Who is this bitch? I'm sorry. Who is this female? She's weird. So I just don't see people I don't see myself how externally the rest of the world sees me, right? Because I feel like you have how we see ourselves, and then you have how you're perceived by the outside world. So I don't want to like think I'm being all cutesy, for example, approaching that guy on his motorcycle, for example, and then it actually comes across as weird. Or like they don't see you that way. Like if they don't find you attractive, if they just think you're fucking weird, that would be so embarrassing. That would be kind of humiliating and sad. But I feel like females don't really approach men like that anyways, out on the streets or out in public places, because that would be weird. I mean, you could. There's no rules to life. I mean, there's no, I mean, there's laws. That's not what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? There's no rules to these things. If you want to approach someone and speak to them, you can do that. No one's like nobody's stopping you. But it's just like, maybe it's etiquette, or maybe it's that like fear of looking stupid or embarrassing oneself that holds me back. Because he wasn't doing anything. He was sitting, chilling on the curb. It looked like he wasn't doing anything, or he had no place to be. He didn't have a sense of urgency about him. He wasn't in a conversation. He wasn't with other people. So I, as a person alone, I could have went over to him and be like, hey bro, what's up? Like, how's it going? Like, how are you today? But I wanted to, something inside me wanted to speak to that guy, but I just held back because of the fear of the unknown, I guess. Like that fear of looking stupid, or the fear of being judged or embarrassing yourself in public. But I feel like you're missing out on opportunities to meet people that you might like, because you're too worried about what people think, or you're worried about how you're coming across, or you're concerned with being judged negatively. So, I don't know. He was really hot though.